I made it to this Portuguese town sitting quietly by the edge of the Atlantic. In part it's a fishing town, in part a summer escape. There is salt in the air. You can feel the rhythm of people who've lived by the sea forever. But beyond the postcards and sunlit streets, it's a place that still tastes local. I didn't come here looking for fancy plates or anything, just to see what people eat when no one's watching.
It's a pretty sunny and hot day, but there is a little bit of a gentle breeze. I guess it must be like the Atlantic Ocean type of breeze. The first stop today is going to be the Mercado da Vila, which represents the local market where people come to buy fresh produces like fruits, vegetables, meat, but there's an abundance of fish as well. And I happen to be here on a Wednesday, which means there's also a flea market around. So we're going to go through the flea market and then reach the inside of the Mercado da Vila, which is where the food magic happens.
Well, we got to survive the flea market, it seems. There's always a detour before the good stuff, and I'm just trying to squeeze through.
And there is all sorts of clothes you can ever imagine, and quite cheap prices. They were shouting like €5, like 2 pieces of clothes and stuff. So
a long corridor of loud vendors, incredible offers, and prices shouted at you like some sort of test.
This place is like a maze. I'm trying to find the entrance of the food market, but I would say just walking around and just listening to these sellers like shouting, and it's just like a very kind of ethnic and it's very atmospheric, you know.
Alright, looks like I've reached the food market. On my left, a huge covered hall with a proper fruit market inside. Loud, busy, very alive. On my right, an open area with food stalls and tables selling all the local stuff I actually came here for.
The space is pretty thin to squeeze past the fruit vendors. The air around is infused with all this kind of sweet smell of peach or of melon, of grapes, of fresh tomatoes. It's just amazing. And then on the sides, all around the fruit market, you've got this kind of butcheries, you've got bars, you've got small cafes. I could really do with some freshly squeezed orange juice, to be honest.
The fruit market is awesome, but it's actually the Portuguese sausages and cured hams that suddenly catch my attention. Every shade of brown and black, filling the fridge like they own the place. Then I spot the cheese section, and something I can actually carry around. A little fresh cheese, looks soft, almost like a ricotta cheese.
It was just too beautiful to ignore it, and a different matter is gonna be how am I going to eat this, but...
Just outside the fruit market, there is a row of small food shops that seems to pull everyone in. The Empadas steal the show here. These are savory pastries that come in the form of a full cake or as little individual pies. Most are filled with meat, but not just any meat. A roasted suckling pig on display tells me these aren't your typical meat pies.
Okay, this friendly stall owner allowed me to shoot a video of his beautiful chicken and tomato cake. Looks beautiful. Look at this kind of nice biscuity crust on the top. YouTuber!
And another piece of good news, I found my freshly squeezed orange juice. But the owner insists I try a local shot as well.
Ginger, okay.
Ginger fretta!
Thank you.
And I won't say no to that. A bit of booze has never harmed anyone on a market food day.
It's a beautiful local market vibe, and yeah, I paid $5.30 for fresh orange juice and this salty pastry with chicken and tomatoes inside. Let's try the orange juice first. That is fresh. Doesn't get fresher than that. It's nice and foamy on the top. First time that I see it, it's so foamy, like it's just a simple orange juice. It's foamy. Again, look at this beautiful crust on top of this salty pastry, generously filled inside with shredded chicken and tomato. It's piping hot. It's not chicken. It's a tuna and tomato pastry, but you know, this crust on the top, I knew it was so beautiful. It's crumbly. It's got crunch. Just out of the oven. A beautiful golden crust that you see in the best kind of sweet pastry, but now you've got salty filling inside. This is amazing. Sorry, I have to correct myself. After giving it like a couple of extra bites, I've convinced myself this is actually chicken, not tuna. Because there were some little bones inside. I mean, proper bones. I don't think tuna's got bones. But another beautiful stall in this market sells leitão de negras, which is a regional suckling pig from the region of Negras. Absolutely happy to try this little pastry filled with the suckling pig meat. Nice kind of crust on the top. It's pretty heavy, so I'm just gonna give it a bite. Oh. It's super flaky. The inside is like more minced meat type of filling, and there are some greens, black pepper, bay leaves kind of flavor, or maybe rosemary. Very aromatic, beautiful kind of savory and porky flavor. I'm still not entirely sure how am I going to eat this queso. I wish I had a little spoon or something. I guess you can almost eat it like a little gelato or something. Oh yeah, this is fresh ricotta. Very light, soft, airy type of texture, mild in flavor because it's fresh cheese. It's not like cured or salty cheese. People are really enjoying the atmosphere, just sitting down for a drink and a snack before the proper lunch.
The proper lunch. I know how a proper lunch should look like today.
Another whole different section of the market is the Areia, which is the fish market. Punch it in the face with the smell of fresh fish, and there's all sorts of fish here. There is salmon, there is carps, there is tuna, there is fresh shrimps, all sorts of shellfish really, and big fish, small fish. It's just a seafood paradise. As you walk into the fish market, you would be like, oh my god, like this seafood looks so fresh. I really wish there was someone in here who would just cook it for me. And I'm actually show you a little secret. There is. In fact, just on the side of the fish market, there is a restaurant, a seafood bar that takes that fresh fish and cook it for you. It's called Marisco na Praca, and yes, I'm gonna sit in and see if my pocket allows me to have a meal here.
When I look at the prices here, I think these are the kind of places made for rich Europe's holidaymakers. You know, sunburned pensioners, investors, people who bought homes 20 years ago and now live off rents, spending their summers here in Cascais. Those who some people would say they've made it in life, although I don't subscribe to that definition of success in life. I don't think money is everything. But yeah, I was thinking, will I be one of those people one day? Will I be able to afford this type of traveling when I'm 70 or something? Then I come back to the present and remind myself that's all fine, because at the end of the day I'm already sitting here and it's better to enjoy the present moment. And one of those big guys will be coming off the grill for me in minutes. A perfect company to my caipirinha.
And obviously they go by kilo, so he's gonna weight them in a scale for you, and you're gonna see the price, and then if you accept the price, he'll serve it to you. And the lobster comes in two different way of cooking, either boiled or grilled. I've ordered it grilled with some lemon and butter sauce. The main event of this market tour has arrived, His Majesty the Lobster. And you can see I've got two of them. They look nice and charred, very meaty inside. And they've been served with a side sauce, which is olive and butter, I believe, a slice of lemon. And I'm gonna transfer one of these guys into my plate. A little bit of this butter sauce on the top. And maybe, why not, a little bit of lemon. Typically I do struggle a little bit with these guys to kind of release all the meat, but if I can, I want to try and do a clean job this time. So basically use your fork and try to separate the meat from the shell itself. I really want to make a clean job. It doesn't always happen, but you know, piece of shell are flying around. There we go, look at that. You tell me if this doesn't look beautiful, like just, and why not a little bit more sauce just to rehydrate it, and now like a dream of seafood. A bite of this like sends you to the seafood heaven. I know that there is one up there. There is a seafood heaven, I know. It's muscular, it's meaty. It's a lobster that has been doing a lot of swimming. It's got muscles, it's a muscular meat. As you chew it, releases a lot of juice, and the juice of the lobster kind of mix with that beautiful buttery sauce to make a perfectly creamy bite. Again, some more butter on top. Not a lot actually, otherwise it will make it a little bit too greasy. It's a seafood explosion. It's naturally salty. I don't think they've been kind of salted. It's almost as if there is still kind of sea water in it. Some parts are particularly muscular and chewy. Some parts are very buttery and creamy. It's incredible how like single-handedly this animal can contain different texture inside. And it's a rich kind of seafood. Having one of them is already gonna make it kind of pretty full. And it's also a beautiful place for people watching. You know, as you wait for your food, you just enjoy the atmosphere of the market, which is again in front of you, and you still get the smell of the fruits and the fresh vegetables inside. It's just a really beautiful experience when you come to Cascais. You know, I think so many people just miss this place and they just go for the beaches and stuff, and they go into the town, the historical city center, but they don't come and see the market and see the livelihood of the market. I would suggest that either you come here on Wednesday where there is the flea market, or Saturday and Sunday there's a lot of activity and a lot of the stalls are open.
There is something about Cascais that keeps making me think about retirement, which is worrying because I'm not supposed to feel that old yet. But look at the place. The beach is literally a staircase away from the restaurants. Sun everywhere, cocktails served out of carved pineapples like no one's in a rush. It's busy, very busy, but take one turn and suddenly you're in a quiet cobblestone street that feels like it's waiting just for you. And like my beloved Italy, cafes in Cascais are more than cafes. They are tiny temples of pastry, with trays of creams, custards and chocolate temptations lined up behind the counter. You know, after all I'm thinking, I don't have to be 70 to feel retired. I can just embrace the feeling right now.
I'll go first with the lemon tart. It's similar to a pastel de nata, but it's got cream inside, but it's I think it's a lemon-based cream with some chocolate powder, cocoa powder sprinkled on top. It's pretty sweet. Some kind of lemon liquor on the top as well. Really lemony. And inside the lemon cream. Kind of got the Areias, which is kind of little biscuit. It's a little dry inside. Sweet, sugary. Okay, a little bit on the dry side for me. Third one, I've got the Noz de Cascais. It looks pretty compact and it's got this kind of glaze over the top. Nuts, I think in Portuguese means hazelnut. So let's try. Oh, this is really sweet. It's like kind of a softer, grainy paste inside, which it's hazelnut flavored. This one also good, but a little bit too sweet for me, to be honest.
A short walk from the old town brings you to Boca do Inferno, the mouth of hell. The name comes from the way the waves crash into the rocks here, exploding into the air like the coast is exhaling. People come for the view, the sounds, the drama, but for Cascais is just another reminder of how much the sea runs this place. Places like these really make me think about the vastness of the ocean, and also about my next meal, maybe something pulled from these same waters.
I already know where I want to sit. It's a small family-run restaurant, appreciated for a simple Portuguese cuisine, especially focused on seafood. I need something light to conclude this evening.
A Nova Estrela is the kind of place run by one woman who does everything. She cooks, serves, and even reminds you to season your plate. The room is decorated like a fisherman's living room, plus an entire wall of clocks, as if she's sending you a message about the value of time. She insists I start with a shrimp salad, big, fresh, simple, and as usual I drown it in olive oil and vinegar, because that's how we do things where I come from. Then comes the fish of the day, a seabass fillet with boiled vegetables. It looks humble, almost too simple. A deceiving look that lasts only until the first bite, which completely catches you off guard.
You put it in your mouth, then with your palate, don't use the teeth, disappears. It disappears.
The softest, most delicate, yet somehow the most irresistible fish fillet I've ever tested. An incredible way to end this day trip. Cascais, thanks for letting me experience what it feels like to retire for a day. You'll be a very different place by the time I'm actually ready to retire. But the markets, the sunshine, the simple food that tastes like the sea, that's how I want to remember you.